Let's practice adding and subtracting with decimals and fractions. Okay, on my first problem, we're going to pretend like this number has to go into a griddable response. So that means I cannot put a fraction in that. I can only work with decimals. So on 60, my decimal point would be behind the 0. But 18 1/2 is a mixed number that I need to turn back to a decimal. So I'm first going to take the mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. 18 times 2 is 36, plus 1 is 37. Denominator comes across. Okay, so now I have an improper fraction. Now I'm going to divide 37 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3 one time. Subtract, I get 1. Bring down my 7. When I bring down, I must start back over. 2 goes into 17. 8 times, bring down my 16. Subtract, I get 1. I want my answer as a decimal, not a mixed number. So to be able to keep dividing, I'm going to add a decimal point and a 0. Bring my decimal point straight up, bring my 0 straight down. When I bring down, I must start over again. 2 goes into 10, 5 times. I subtract, I get 0. I can now replace this as a decimal. Going to erase now so I have more room. Okay, now I'm going to subtract 60 minus 18 5/10. Did you see how I put my decimal point first and then put my numbers according to decimal point? 0 minus 5 I can't do. I can't borrow from 0, but I can borrow from 6. The 6 becomes a 5. This 0, bringing 10 over, so now I have 10. But I've got to borrow, making this a 9, bringing 10 over here. 10 minus 5 is 5. Decimal point. 9 minus 8 is 1, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So I have 41 5/10. So I would put my 5 here, my 1 here, and my 4. And bubble in if I needed to. Okay, let's do last one. I want to turn this, I want my answer in fraction form. So that means I need to turn this decimal amount to a fraction. Remember, when we go from decimal to fraction, I'm going to underline my last digit. The place value of that last digit is my denominator. Everything behind the decimal point is my numerator. Everything in front of the decimal point becomes my whole number and my mixed number. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this to an improper fraction and then add them up. So 37. I didn't leave myself enough room. And then 9 1/10. Sorry, I forgot to write that there. That's 90 plus 1 is 91/10. Going to erase this. I don't have much room. I can add those up because my denominators are the same. So I have 4/67 over 10. It's an improper fraction, so I'm going to divide. I want it in fraction form. 10 cannot go into 4. Ten can go into 46 4 times. Bring down my 7. 10 goes into 67 6 times. 60 on bottom, and I subtract, I get 7. Now, my remainder becomes my numerator. My denominator and divisor is my new denominator. So this is equal to 46 7/10. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you need to.